Rescuers are scrambling to save a 2-year-old boy who's been stuck in a 350-foot deep well since Sunday. It's playing out in southern Spain, where authorities have launched a massive operation to locate the boy. The toddler fell in while playing with a friend as his family was getting ready for lunch. The well is less than a foot wide, and that's making an already tough rescue even harder.
Hi, everyone, and thank you for waking up with us on this Wednesday morning. I'm Jordan Schreier here with Lisa Bedell. We're just getting started with your news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan for your day. And we have a breaking news alert for you this morning. A car thief is on the loose in the metro, and police believe he has a loaded gun that was also stolen from the vehicle.
The Valley Today's Abby Furchner joins us live this morning from the MSUM campus where it all started. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, guys. I talked with MSUM campus security, and they told me that both MSUM and Concordia are still under a security alert this morning after a car was stolen outside of Snar Hall here on MSUM's campus around 7:30 last night. When the owner of the stolen vehicle noticed that his vehicle was stolen, he notified police immediately and told him that a loaded gun was inside of the car. While police were taking this report, another officer spotted the vehicle just a few blocks away. After a short chase, the driver escaped the car on the 900 block of 18th Street South and took off running. When police searched the vehicle, the loaded gun was missing. MSUM campus security did tell me that there are cameras in the parking lots. I also spoke with Moorhead Police, and they told me they have viewed surveillance video, but were unable to confirm at this time if the suspect was in the video. Police say the suspect is a white man, last seen wearing a black jacket and a blue hooded sweatshirt. If you have any information, Moorhead Police ask you to call them immediately.
Abby Furchner reporting live on this breaking news. Thank you so much for the update this morning.
It is now 10 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's get a check of that Wednesday forecast with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Good morning. A sunny and bright day ahead of us today, but it will be frigid. We noticed it last night with that wind blasting in that cold air. It was tough and raw out there. The wind is easing up, but the cold air is here to stay. So we're starting off below zero, but we'll warm up back to about 5 degrees. That's a big difference from recent days. So be ready for that. Wind, it will switch from a northerly direction to an easterly direction. You can see that mainly our wind should be on the lighter side today too. So light wind, lots of sun. That's our consolation for having to put up with is cold air. We do have a wind chill advisory still in effect until 9 a.m. up in the northern half of the valley. That's where wind chills have been dropping down into the 20s below. 29 below right now in Langdon. It feels like 22 below in Grand Forks. Southern Valley, we may drop to 20 below as well. In fact, we're seeing that in Gwinner. But overall, it's not as frigid. We're looking at 16 below in the Southern Valley, and that's because our air temperatures aren't as cold. We're at 4 below currently in Fargo. Your temperatures up north, most of us reporting some numbers that are in the teens below zero. We've just dropped another degree there in Roseau at 18 below now, so it's much more frigid start to your day up north, and that means even that 5-mile-per-hour wind that you see on the map here will have an impact. It's otherwise pretty light, and in fact some areas also reporting some calm conditions. Some clear skies with a few clouds sweeping through here for this morning, and that will continue today. We'll see off and on cloud cover in some areas. Tri-State View looks pretty quiet too. Good travel conditions for the season here with drier air, and that fog that we've been putting up with the last couple of mornings, that's moved on. This drier, colder air has taken over. Throughout the valley, temperatures rising to about 0 to about 10 degrees today. Colder north. We're starting off much lower there, so it's going to be more of a struggle to warm up there today. And here's a look at that 7-day planner. This is going to be sticking around for some time. We've got this cold snap all the way through the weekend. In fact, another reinforcing shot of frigid air coming up for the end of the week and into the weekend, and temperatures may not climb above zero. So we'll be stuck in the cold for some time. Starting off next week, if you're off for the holiday, expect to have a few light snow showers and temperatures warming up to around average for this time of year, just in time to start off the week. So getting a little more active and a chance for snow at that point. But until then, quiet, cold, and dry here for the forecast. Let's check in now with Al.
Police were back out on the Metro Interstate Loop this morning, and traffic's been really spotty this morning. Sometimes very, very busy out here on Interstate 94 and Interstate 29, and other times just plain not so much. Right now we're in one of those really busy periods. In fact, I'm running between two semis. Reminds me of a country western song. All kinds of traffic out here this morning, and folks are really rolling. 65, 70 miles an hour, pretty common out here this morning. And that's on Interstate 94 eastbound. Westbound I-94, plenty going on there as well. If you're headed north on I-29, you're going to have all kinds of traffic out there this morning. And that stretch between 32nd Avenue and the Tri-Level in particular is really, really tense. I think it's safe to call it there. Traffic merging in and out of there. It's really quite a mess. I'd love to talk to the engineers who designed that, see if they had any idea how much traffic it was going to ultimately be handling. But the road surface is dry. The ramps are in great shape. Streets in and around the FM metro area are in pretty darn good shape this morning as well. It was just down on Cheyenne Street, all kinds of traffic activity there. Most of it coming from the south. Looks like it was headed for the interstate. Once again, travel speeds out here are strong. Make sure you are driving extra carefully today. We're in a busy cycle right now. Al Ahmed, Valley Today traffic.
The 911 operator who answered the call after Jamie Kloss was found says the call changed her life. Amy Poland has answered thousands of calls at the Douglas County 911 Center, but she says this one stands out. A neighbor called 911 last Thursday after finding the 13-year-old missing girl wandering a neighborhood in Barron, Wisconsin.
The area is about 60 miles away from where Kloss was kidnapped and where her parents were murdered back in October. Poland says she stayed on the line for half an hour, working to keep everyone calm while she scrambled to get rescuers to the scene.
I think about how alone was she feeling, how scared. It's unfathomable to think of a 13-year-old going through something like that. It breaks my heart.
Police arrested 21-year-old Jake Patterson as he was driving around the neighborhood searching for Jamie.
Red flag laws are designed to protect people, police, and even those at risk for suicide. And a state lawmaker wants to bring the plan to North Dakota. The law allows law enforcement or family members to petition a judge to remove guns from a person who they believe presents a threat to themselves or others. Supporters say the idea could save lives, but opponents believe the idea is too extreme.
Native American leaders in North Dakota are urging the State House Human Services Committee to move forward on a bill to help missing and murdered Indigenous people. Fargo Representative Ruth Buffalo introduced two bills addressing these issues. One would train law enforcement in missing persons cases, and the other creates a data sharing system on missing people, including Indigenous people. There's another bill in the North Dakota legislature that tackles behavioral health in schools. It calls for a study of behavioral health issues in schools across the state to find ways to best support students, families, and educators.
Some teachers are voicing concerns over the growing behavioral problems they're seeing in classrooms. They say it's hard on the child who's disrupting and on other kids in the class. Police are asking for help tracking down a sex offender who failed to register in Grand Forks. They say Jordan Granger has not contacted his probation officer.
There's an active warrant for his arrest, and Granger is believed to be in that Grand Forks area. Call police if you have any information about him. There seems to be no let up in the number of TSA workers calling in sick across the country during this government shutdown, and that can mean trouble for people traveling by air. Many major airports are experiencing long security lines, which is delaying travelers.
But the director of Hector International Airport says their operations have been moving along smoothly, and TSA staffing remains consistent. Their best advice is to still get to the airport a little early in case of any delays. The West Fargo School District has announced that the new middle school will be built in the Horace city limits. Here's the location: Cheyenne Street and 76th Avenue South.
In a Facebook post, the district says the school will be built to accommodate 900 students, which is enough land to expand the building if needed in the future. Former North Dakota U.S. Senator Heidi Heitkamp has a new job at CNBC. She'll be working there as a contributor.
Heitkamp was defeated in her re-election bid by Republican Kevin Cramer in November. North Dakota lawmakers are looking to honor Bismarck native Carson Wentz. A bill congratulating the Super Bowl winning quarterback passed through the House Education Committee yesterday.
Bill sponsors say through his charity work, outdoor activities, and successful career, Wentz has brought a lot of positive attention to the state. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. 45% of moms say no to letting a daughter under the age of 10 do this.
The answer, get their nails done. But that's still like half-half. I was going to say, when I'm at the nail salon, I see a lot of little girls getting pedicures.
Can be mommy-daughter bonding time, I think.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. And wow, bundle up today.
Yeah, it's the start of that cold stretch we've been telling you about. Temperatures are well below zero, and it's just frigid out there, though it's a pretty start to our morning. We're seeing that sunrise on the horizon and still a few stars out there, too. A nice, pretty beginning to the day. But make sure you're bundling up. Our temperatures well below zero. We'll climb to about 5 for your high today in Fargo with lots of sunshine on the way, and wind should be pretty light. A wind chill advisory in effect until 9 a.m. in the northern half of the valley. That's where wind chills have been dipping at times into the 20s to near 30 below. It's 21 below in Grand Forks, and it feels like 16 below in Fargo. Air temperatures, teens below zero up north. Roseau, just frigid there. 18 below right now. Fargo is at 4 below for your current temperature. The wind has eased up since last night. That's nice. And skies are clear, so it should be a nice sunny, bright day today with a few clouds passing through and everybody at least getting to zero today. But again, this is a bit of a shock to the system. Make sure you're ready for it.
So cold out there. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but remember, the Valley Today rolls on. You can join us for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather right now